Alright, welcome back folks. Like I say in all my videos, it has been a while since my last video. But I finally have gotten around to a few things here. And there's a video that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And I think that I finally have a decent amount of this particular item, kind of item to do a video on, of something that I very much like, and that is collecting Beatles cash-in albums. It's one of my favorite things to look out for because, one, they're always really cheap. You can pick them up for almost nothing anytime you see them. Two, they usually have some sort of cool artwork as the cover. And three, they're just fun. And as an honorable mention, four, sometimes the music isn't that bad, and sometimes it is very bad, and that makes it even more fun. So we are going to start out here with a couple honorable mentions. I wouldn't necessarily say that is in fact a cash-in, but kind of is. So we're going to start here with the Supremes, A Bit of Liverpool from 1964. Let's see, you have quite a few Beatles songs on here. You have Hard Day's Night, You Can't Do That, Can't Buy Me Love, Won't Hold Your Hand. But you also have several songs written by Lennon and McCartney, or songs that they had done before. So you've got How Do You Do It, World Without Love. But then you also have House of the Rising Sun, You Really Got a Hold on Me, Do You Love Me, Bits and Pieces. So this one is actually, this one took me quite a while to find one at a decent price, and I'm not sure why that one was actually so expensive when I did find it. Luckily when I found that one, it was under $5, so that's more of what I am looking for. I don't normally pay more than $5 for any of these cash-in albums. Here's one that kind of goes with the honorable mention. Chipmunks Sing the Beatles. I've had several copies of this album over the years, just upgrading every time I find a better one. Here we have it both mono and stereo. This is one of the first records I ever bought. I don't have my original copy anymore, but I do have these, which are very nice. Alright, moving on. These aren't in any order at this point, but I am going to show you each one, and then I'm just going to kind of let you know whether or not it's worth picking up for listening. Beatle Jazz, yeah. The Bob Hammer Band. I am not a jazz guy. I can't stand jazz most of the time, but this is a very good listen. It's very good to just put on when you're doing something or cleaning or working on something. So it's very good background noise. It's got a nice cover there. One of the early ones here that one of the first ones, the early ones that I've collected. This is the Beatle Beat by the Bugs. This one, it's on Coronet. See that there? This one is not bad. I used to listen to this a lot. This has I Wanna Hold Your Hand, She Loves You, and then if I remember, I believe Mercy. I think that is the one that if you put it on, it is, I think if you put it on, it's actually Please Please Me. I can't remember now, I should have written that down, but I think if you play Mercy, that song is actually Please Please Me on the album. But you get, just from the list, I Wanna Hold Your Hand and She Loves You as Beatles songs. You get a bunch of other instrumentals and things that are Beatle related. Alright, the Mercy Sound Beats, the new beat from Britain. This is one that I've seen with at least one other cover. It's on Design Records. This one you get I Want to Hold Your Hand, and I Saw Her Standing There. Those are your only Beatles tunes. But I believe there is a cover that just has this artwork on it here. That one is okay, listenable. Nothing to write home about. Here's a funny one that took me a while to find because I didn't necessarily want to pay a whole lot. The Bearcut Swing in Beatlemania. Recorded in England, so it says. So a lot of these say. This is on Somerset Records. And with this one you get I Want to Hold Your Hand, Twist and Shout, Please Please Me, She Loves You, Love Me Do, For Me to You, and lots of other songs that are Beatle related, including one called Your Barber is a Beatle too. This one's worth it just for the jacket. Music, I wouldn't even worry about playing it. Written on the back here, it says, here's the greatest sound since Chubby Checker had 'em flippin' with the twist. The Bearcuts wail out 10 hits to keep things moving at any party. So, the Bearcuts. What is a Bearcut? I don't know. I'm going to save that one there. Actually, let me go back here. Okay, so I did mention this. So we had the Bugs, right? The Beatle Beat with the Bugs. Now let's jump over here. We have At the Hop, featuring the Four Seasons, also starring Charlie Francis, Barbara Brown. I don't know who they are, but the Bugs. So here we have an album featuring the Four Seasons. Nice big picture of them there. Their name is huge. I believe they have 2 songs on this record. And the Bugs also have 2, Teddy Boy Stomp, and I think it was London Town Swing. But, yeah, this is on the Coronet Records. So this is kind of like that Beatles versus the Four Seasons VJ album, except for it's 2 Four Seasons songs against 2 The Bugs songs. This one took me a very long time to find a copy that was cheap because I haven't seen very many copies of this, and the ones that I did were like $25. I'm assuming because of the Four Seasons cover. But I wanted this just for the cover. This one is missing part of the record there. But I did find this at a thrift shop for 25 cents, so I don't need to listen to it, just wanted the cover. But that goes along with the Bugs. Let's move on here. I should have put these in a better order here. Alright, so we also talked about the Chipmunks sing the Beatles. Well, here we have A Hard Day's Night, All My Loving and a Lover, I Should Have Known Better, and Others. Cover features 4 chipmunks, squirrels, woodland creatures, whatever they may be. No name for the band on the record. And I guess I didn't even recognize this. No name for the band on the sleeve or the vinyl. But there you go. As you can see, I never took the price tag off there. $6 I paid for that, so I guess I did pay more than $5. But those are the Beatles songs that you get, along with the other ones that I don't recognize. But, so a cash-in of both the Chipmunks and the Beatles. Alright. Actually, let's just go ahead and go with this one. This is one, pick this up for $5. So it says, Beatle Country with the Charles River Valley Boys. So this came out 66, I believe. Yes, November 66. All Beatles songs, all done in a country bluegrass style. But what is funny to me is this came out before Sgt. Pepper. But here are these four guys on the front that maybe are supposed to be the backs of the Beatles. Kind of reminiscent of Sgt. Pepper. They're kind of matching the Sgt. Pepper colors. So I found that interesting. I assumed that when I had first seen this cover, I thought it would have came out in the late 60s, early 70s. And that was a specific reference to the Sgt. Pepper outfits. But no, this came out before Sgt. Pepper. So that's cool within its own. Alright, here's one. This is That English Sound. This is on Modern Sound Records. This is almost unlistenable. Let's see. Recorded in Tennessee. This is just for the cover. You have a Ringo looking guy playing drums there. You have no one else that really looks like Beatles. You got a Paul bass there. That's about it, really. But cool for the cover. Any of the Beatles cash-in albums on Modern Sound, they are terrible. Very terrible. They spent all their money on that cover, I imagine. Alright, moving on. The Schoolboys, I Want to Hold Your Hand. Or Beatlemania. What's it called? I don't know. Palace Records. You get I Want to Hold Your Hand, Twist and Shout. Has all of the Beatles songs. Now, it says the Schoolboys on the sleeve. The record just says, the record calls them the Mop Tops, and then the back of the record just calls them the Liverpool Mop Tops. But, nice cover. We got Ringo and maybe Paul or John. Maybe that's supposed to be George. I don't know who this guy is. Moving on. Alright, now we get to some fun ones here. Here is a trilogy. This was the first Beatles cash-in album that I had ever gotten. This is Beatle-Rama. The new sound from England with the Manchesters. Very cool cover. I love this cover. I loved having this. This one is very good. Very good. Okay, so the song Little Miss Margie, that's the one I was thinking of. If you play Little Miss Margie from this album, you will get Please Please Me. So that's fun. This one, actually, you can stream these guys. These are on Pandora, Spotify, all this. You can stream all of this. Now, there was a Beatle-Rama Volume 2 with a cool cover there. Looks like Ringo's taking the singing on this one. And they decide not to have a bass player, so 3 acoustic guitars and Ringo singing. You have most of the same songs, and there's a few other ones, different ones on there, but no different Beatles ones. All the same Beatles songs. Cool cover though. Then you have, also by the Manchesters, A Hard Day's Night. Now this you get all of the exact same songs, except you also get A Hard Day's Night. So, a little different. Now if you go to pick these up or you stream them, check out Shortening Bread and Weary Worryin' Blues. Those are originals from what I can tell, and they're very good. Well, Shortening Bread's a traditional, but you see what I mean there. Now, let's see if I can find it. There is an honorable mention with that one. This is from the same record label, Diplomat. This is Ringo's theme, This Boy and I Love Her. From the History Making motion picture, Hard Day's Night. He uses the same mop top from 2 out of 4 of these albums. And that's really the only thing that goes with this. But its honorable mention goes along with it. Now, moving on to a few other ones that are related here. We'll go ahead and pump them out. Alright, I lied. There is a fifth one in these Diplomat Records Manchesters. Not only did Diplomat Records put out the Manchesters, they also put out the Beatle Buddies. The fabulous Beatles sound with He Loves You, I Want to Hold Your Hand, My Buddy Lies Over the Ocean. And this is 99% the same track listing as the Manchesters albums, just done with an all-girl group. Beatle Buddies, Diplomat Records. Now this one I got for free. It is very warped. So warped that all the grooves are pretty much gone. The individual grooves there, you can see that. I bought this online for not barely anything, and I don't know if it was like that before they shipped it or if the heat drastically got to it, but I got my money back, got it for free. Just really wanted it for the cover anyway, because that is a cool cover. The Beatle Buddies. Okay. Let's do a couple more single ones. Here is on, what label is this? Stereo Spectrum Records. Beat a Mania. Please Please Me, She Loves You. Recorded in Britain. Looks like those are the only Beatles songs on here. This is a classic shot that's in all kinds of Beatle books. This is from a Beatle concert. An actual Beatle concert. But, yeah. Like I said, this is on Stereo Spectrum. So, recorded live in Britain. I don't know how true that is. It is listenable. It is fine. Nothing great. Alright. Liverpool, Sound for Strings. Just an instrumental album. Not that interesting of a cover, but it is mostly Beatles songs with a few other... let's see, a few ones that were written by Lennon McCartney, like Bad to Me, and let's see, I think that was it. So you got Please Please Me, I'll Get You, All My Lovin', I Want to Hold Your Hand, She Loves You, Bad to Me, For Me to You, and a few other British Invasion tunes there. Another good background one just to have playing if you like instrumental albums. Alright, now here's one. An interesting one. So this is She Loves You, Beatle Mash. Cover, it says the Liverpool Kids. Label, let's see, labels calls them the Schoolboys. Now, do you remember something about that? These have the same backs, except for the titles. Both bands called the Liverpool Mop Tops on the back, and then on the labels, both are called the Schoolboys. So Beatlemania and Beatle Mash. But if you see Beatle is spelled with 2 T's there, spelled with 1 T on the label. I guess I should have listened to these sooner because I don't remember if they're the same album or not. Probably. This one is a very cool one. The music isn't that bad either. It's pretty decent. This is Do the Beatle on Crown Records by B. Brock and the Sultans. Very cool cover there. They look pretty cool there with their jackets. Those looks like tweed jackets there. Very cool cover. They do I Want to Hold Your Hand, The Saints, My Bonnie, and then all the other songs are Beatle related. So Beatle Walk, 30-Pound Beetle, Feed the Beetle, Fast Beetle, Mexican Beetle, Little Brown Beetle, and of course the missed opportunity for a hit, Do the Beetle. So, cool cover. Now, here we have Beatlemania in the USA by the Liverpools. And then we also have Beatlemania by the Liverpools. Same album, same backs, 2 different covers. Well, slightly different covers. But I believe that is it for now, other than some You know, there are albums like the Beatles, you know, songbook, the Hollywood Strings, which are great for putting on in the background. But we're not going to pull all those out. So I just wanted to show that collection. We went on for probably too long talking about a lot of nonsense, but hope you enjoyed checking these out. Catch you next time.